Hi, it's Dawn coming to you live from Los Angeles, Santa Monica area in California. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. So I just wanted to come on because I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I have certainly that the moon, I believe the full moon is actually going to be technically tonight or tomorrow, late Saturday or Sunday. But I've been really feeling the energy. And so if I have, I'm sure some of you other people have, because I am certainly an empath and I have my own private practice. I'm a certified hypnotherapist and EFT Tapping practitioner here in Los Angeles. And I'm sure you've probably heard about EFT, and if you haven't, let me give you a little bit of background. So EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, and it's a process that you're tapping lightly with your fingertips on these end Chinese meridian points while you're talking about a stressor or something that's frustrating you, or pretty much anything you can use it for. You can use it for manifesting. You can use it for allergies. You can use it for food sensitivities. There's many different manifestations. You can use it to clear things from a past life or a future life, or if you're feeling stuck, or if you're not being able to attract the type of money you want to attract. There's just many, 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 many different uses for it. But since it is a full moon and I've been feeling the energy, I wanted to kind of hop on and do a little impromptu tapping session around the full moon energy. So let me walk you through a little bit about the procedure, and if anyone has any questions, you can write them in the comments below. But I'm curious how you've been experiencing this full moon and what you've been feeling, and if there's anything that's come up for you. Full moons are about releasing, about letting go of perhaps a relationship that no longer serves you, or perhaps it's a belief or a negative, something from your past, forgiving someone, forgiving yourself. Whatever it is, you can let it go. It's okay. And it's not saying whatever the situation was that you're accepting the situation, you're just letting it go for yourself, because that's really the greatest gift you can give yourself, is to heal and to forgive. And it's in your court to do that. You have to take responsibility for your emotions, for your life. It's so easy. Believe me, it's so easy to feel like you're the victim, or to feel like life is happening to you. But life is happening for us, not to us. And although you may be going through something major in your life, and perhaps it's, serving a purpose for something greater coming down the road. But Tony Robbins said this, and I went to my first Tony Robbins event last March. He always says that life is happening for us, not to us. And so whatever you're struggling with, whatever you're going through with, tapping is a really wonderful, it's a venting tool. So, and a lot of people ask me, well, why would I want to focus on the negative? Why would I want to say these things out loud? And the reason why you want to say them out loud is because you're giving those feelings and those emotions a voice. Because you're still feeling them, whether you're verbally acknowledging them or not, you're still feeling them, right? They're still there. So whether you're suppressing them, or you're just ignoring them, or just stuffing it down, your body still feels that energy that you're not having a proper venting tool to let go of. So, and Louise Hay said it best. She said, how do you expect to clean a house if you can't see the dirt? So what we're doing is we're giving the dirt, we're giving these negative emotions or these beliefs a space to be seen, heard, and acknowledged, with the intention of venting them out. So in this case, you do want to say the negative things, because if it's really what you're feeling or suppressing, then it's still, that energy's still there, whether you're vocalizing it or not. So by vocalizing it, we're being able to vent it out. So let me go through the points first. And so you're just going to lightly use like 1 or 2 fingertips on either hand The only really rule is that you want to make sure that your arms and legs are uncrossed, and your ankles if you're sitting down, because being uncrossed is a gesture of being open to releasing. Okay, so you're just going to lightly tap with your end fingertips, and we're tapping on these end Chinese meridian points. It's very similar to like acupressure for the emotions, but without the needles. Similar, if you've ever had acupuncture, you know they're putting needles in the acupuncture points in your body to help the energy flow and the chi circulate so that you can heal and have better health, well-being, happiness, whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve. So the first point is the inside of the eyebrow. It's just where the end of the eyebrow meets the bridge of the nose. So you're just lightly tapping with 2 fingertips. And you're tapping hard enough that you feel it, but not hard enough that you're going to give yourself a bruise. And then you want to follow the eyebrow out to the side of the eye. And it's not back here where the temple is. It's just right on the side of the eye where you feel the eye bone. The next point is under the eye, directly under the eye where you feel the eye bone. The next point is between the nose and the upper lip, so just in the middle there. The next point is the chin point. It's halfway between the end of the lip and the chin. So for most people, it's where the crevice comes in. And then the collarbone point, you can take your whole hand and just tap both sides where you feel the collarbone. You know, there's that kind of that little nubby area right between your collarbone. So it's just right at the end of the collarbone, just underneath it. So you can just tap one side if you want, or you can just get both sides and use the whole hand like you're patting. And that kind of feels good, doesn't it? Like you're giving yourself a pat on the back. And then the next point is the wrist points. There's 1 point in the middle of the wrist and 1 on either side. So you can either tap around like this, or you can use both wrists and rotate and bump them together. And then the next point is just straight on the top of the head in the middle there. So to review, inside of the eyebrow, side of the eye, under the nose, chin point, collarbone, under the arm. So it's about a hand's width down from your armpit. So for most women, about where the bra strap comes, on the side, not in front here, but on the side. And then wrist points and top of the head. So the first thing you want to do when you're tapping is you want to get a level of intensity and decide what you're tapping on. So in this case, I'm just gonna tap around some emotions that personally that I've been feeling around the full moon, and things that are wanting to release. Even if you don't know what's trying to be released, but you feel the energy of it, your body knows. Your body has this innate intelligence system. So listen to your body. You know, sometimes if things are acting up, like I live in Los Angeles, the fires happened recently, I've been getting headaches. It's a physical symptom of there being a lot more smoke in the air and, you know, getting into my lungs a little bit. And so even physical symptoms you can tap on. So whatever it is, decide what you want to tap around. And even if you're saying the words that I'm saying, but you're thinking about your own issue in your mind, this will still work. And that's what's called borrowed benefits. So if you're tapping in a group of people and you're not resonating with what they're tapping about, you can still say the same words that the facilitator or the instructor or whomever is saying, but then think in your own mind what it is you're wanting to release and work on, and it will still work the same. Okay, so we're going to start on the karate chop point. We're going to do what's called the setup statement. And the karate chop point, if you can imagine like doing a karate chop, so it's the fleshy area between your pinky and the wrist on both hands. So I'm just going to use both karate chop points and tap them together. So we're going to do what's called the setup statement, and we're going to do it in rounds of 3s. So even though, and repeat after me, it is important, if you can, unless you're driving, of course, to repeat it out loud. If you're in a space to do that, great. If not, you can mumble it or say it in your mind, but the most ideal scenario is to say it out loud if you can. Even though the moon energy has been so strong, and I know there's a lot of things that are going on that need to be released, like this smoke in my lungs and this headache that I'm feeling from the smoke. I deeply and completely honor and accept myself, even though I'm really feeling the intensity of this full moon coming on. And even though the moon's been really bright and brilliant, it's also stirring up a lot of stuff, feelings of unworthiness, or that I'm not going to be able to take things to the next level with my work and my finances and my relationships. I accept how I feel, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself no matter what. Even though this moon energy is so strong for me, and I'm really feeling it. I'm really feeling the energy, and I'm feeling like things are shifting and evolving and wanting to release. So I allow it to come up and out. I allow myself to feel everything that I'm feeling or that I need to be feeling in order to release. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Starting with the inside of the eyebrow with just 2 fingertips. And you can use the left hand or the right hand, or you can tap both sides at the same time. It all works the same. But if you start on one side of the body, make sure you finish a whole round up to the top of the head. And then if you want to switch to the other side, you can do that, or you can tap both at the same time. It all works the same. It's not like if you tap both sides, it's going to work twice as fast. Okay, so inside of the eyebrow, feeling this strong moon energy. Side of the eye, I can feel things coming up that need to be released. Under the eye, perhaps some limiting beliefs. Under the nose, that I'm not good enough or smart enough, or that I'll never make it financially. Chin point, or that I'll keep having health issues. Collarbone, all this energy coming up. Under the arm, I know that it's time to release. Wrist points, the moon energy is trying to help me release. Top of the head, so I give myself permission to feel whatever it is that I need to be feeling. Inside the eyebrow, and I trust my body's wisdom. Side of the eye, even if I don't always believe it. Under the eye, I trust that things are happening just the way they should. Under the nose, this strong moon energy. Chin point, it's really been bringing up a lot of emotions for me. Collarbone, and although these emotions aren't always pleasant. Under the arm, I'm willing to let them come up. Wrist points, I'm willing to release any resistance to letting go. Top of the head, I'm willing to feel all the feels. Inside the eyebrow, whether it's good or bad. Side of the eye, positive or negative. Under the eye, I'm willing to feel it. Under the nose, with the intention of releasing it. Chin point, I'm willing to release. Collarbone, I give myself permission to release. Under the arm, I'm willing to let go. wrist points. I'm willing to let it be okay. Top of the head. And I'm willing to let myself feel anything that I need to feel. Inside of the eyebrow, in order to let go. Side of the eye, and to release. Under the eye, I release any resistance to letting go. Under the nose, and feeling this full moon's energy. Chin point, I know the moon is there to help me release. Collarbone, and I trust in that. Under the arm, I trust in that wisdom. Wrist points, and I trust in the guidance and intuition that I receive. Top of the head, I'm willing to let go. Okay, so go ahead and take a deep breath. Another really great technique to use around the full moon is a technique called grounding. And if any of you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me directly or comment in the comment section below if you would like any assistance with that. So let's start bringing in the I want and I choose statements. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting warm. When I'm like tapping sometimes, it's like bringing up this energy and I start getting warm, and I'm in an air-conditioned office right now, so it's really interesting. There's also some distraction going on the window outside of me, so I'm trying to stay focused and not divert my energy from you guys. So anyway, so let's start bringing in the I want and I choose statement. So if you're tapping on something negative, once you come down a few notches in your intensity level, so say you started with whatever is you're tapping around. Say you started a 7 and now you're a 4. 10 being the highest and 1 meaning it doesn't affect me at all. So if you would imagine that you were coming down a few notches in the intensity level, then what you can do then is start bringing in the more positive statements. Like, I want to let this negative energy go. I want to trust in the process, and I choose instead to be calm and relaxed during this full moon energy. I choose to be grounded in my body and present in the present moment. So let's go ahead and practice that. But if what you're tapping on, if it's still a pretty high intensity level, keep tapping until you come down a few points. Then once you've come down a few points, then you can start bringing in the I want and I choose statement. So I'm going to switch sides here. Any remaining negative energy. Side of the eye, any remaining resistance to letting go. Under the eye, and feeling the fullness of myself or my emotions. Under the nose, I want to let that go. Chin point, I want to trust in my body's intuition and wisdom. Collarbone, I want to trust in the divine guidance that I'm receiving. Under the arm, I want to release any resistance to letting go. Wrist points, and I choose instead, top of the head, to remain calm and relaxed. Inside the eyebrow, to trust in whatever's coming up. Side of the eye, perhaps there's some subconscious stuff that's been buried for a while. Under the eye, that's ready to come up and out. Under the nose, so I choose to trust in that. Under the chin point, I choose to trust in the process. Collarbone, I choose to let go. Under the arm, I let go. Wrist points, I let go. Top of the head, I surrender. Inside of the eyebrow, I surrender. Side of the eye, I choose to remain calm and relaxed. Under the eye, I choose to be present and in my body. Under the nose, I choose to feel all the feels. Chin point, I choose to love and accept myself no matter what. Collarbone, I choose self-love and self-care. Under the arm, I choose to trust in the process. Wrist points, I choose to let go. Top of the head, I choose to release. Okay, take a deep breath. So just kind of get a little assessment level where you're at. Notice where you started. And so that is it for today. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them below. Share it with a friend. And thank you for joining today, and enjoy releasing and letting go during this full moon energy this weekend. Okay, have a great day. Bye.